Saffron light spills across the open terrace, where the Tabla meets the morning air. Two traditions breathing in the same direction, a conversation neither knew they'd share. The sitar finds a line between the drum beats, slow and patient, leaning toward the east. Something stirs inside the layered textures, a warmth that rises steadily, not least. Feel the weaving, feel the meeting, two rivers moving, neither retreating. Saffron tide across the open landscape, two worlds finding where their edges soften. Everything, the distance kept in lockstep, now arrive the way it should have often. Saffron tide between the drum and string, every note a bridge that holds its tension. What the two traditions keep on bringing is a depth that lives beyond intention. She steps forward with a phrase from the delta, he responds with something from the plains. What the terrace holds between their voices is a knowing that the body still retains. Fingers tracing patterns on the drum head, strings vibrating low against the floor. What began as two completely separate journeys opens now into a single door. Feel the weaving, feel the meeting, two rivers moving, neither retreating. Saffron tide across the open landscape, two worlds finding where their edges soften. Everything, the distance kept in lockstep, now arrives the way it should have often. Saffron tide between the drum and string, every note a bridge that holds its tension. What the two traditions keep on bringing is a depth that lives beyond intention. What the tabla holds in rhythm, the djembe answers back. What the sitar traces softly, the bira keeps on track. Two paths that run in parallel, eventually converge, and everything they carry forward becomes one rising sun. Saffron tide across the open landscape, two worlds finding where their edges soften. Everything, the distance kept in lockstep, now arrives the way it should have often. Saffron tide, saffron calling, two traditions rise before the falling. String and drum and voice and texture, everything connects beyond conjecture. Monsoon clouds collect above the valley. Before the first drop finds the cracked ground, a man walks out to meet the coming rainfall, his footsteps barely making any sound. The bansuri rises through the humid stillness, longing, searching like a question asked in air. Something in the way the sky is darkening pulls him toward a place he can't prepare. Wait and listen, let it gather. Feel the pressure building after. Monsoon drift across the open rooftop. Everything the season kept held tightly. Two voices calling through the raindrop, moving through the heavy air politely. Monsoon drift between the wet and waiting. What the clouds release, the earth receives. Something older than the contemplating lives inside the moment that believes. She answers from the courtyard down below him, her voice rising with the bansuri's line. What the distance between rooftops carries is a feeling neither one can define. Between the drumbeat and the falling water lies a rhythm that the body recognizes. What the monsoon brings to every daughter is the same gift every morning that arises. Wait and listen, let it gather. Feel the pressure building after. Monsoon drift across the open rooftop. Everything the season kept held tightly. Two voices calling through the raindrop, moving through the heavy air politely. Monsoon drift between the wet and waiting. What the clouds release, the earth receives. Something older than the contemplating lives inside the moment that believes. What the monsoon carries inward, the djembe echoes back. What the bansuri traces upward, the tabla keeps on track. Two skies above, two landscapes, eventually one rain, and everything that falls between them nourishes the plain. Monsoon drift across the open rooftop. Everything the season kept held tightly. Two voices calling Copper afternoon along the riverbank, where the fishermen fold their nets and rest. Two figures seated on the warm stone edge, watching light descend into the west. The sitar plucks a single winding phrase. The djembe answers from across the way. What the river keeps between the two of them is older than the words they mean to say. Sit and breathe here, let it settle. Ground beneath you, warm as a meadow. Copper raga through the afternoon haze. Two instruments that never learn to argue, moving through the long and golden days. Everything they build together comes true. Copper raga, string and skin together, woven tight like reeds along the water, holding steady through the changing weather. Every note a son, every note a daughter. She begins a phrase above the drum beat. He completes it from a lower key. What the afternoon has loosened between them is a language only two can see. Between the plucking and the steady rhythm lives a conversation without edges. What the stone beneath their feet has witnessed needs no promises and needs no pledges. Sit and breathe here, let it settle. Ground beneath you, warm as metal. Copper raga through the afternoon haze. Two instruments that never learn to argue, moving through the long and golden days. Everything they build together comes true. Copper raga, string and skin together, woven tight like reeds along the water, holding steady through the changing weather. Every note a son, and every note a daughter. What the raga holds in repeating, the djembe holds in pulse. What the copper light is heating, the river holds in full. Two musicians, one direction, neither leading, neither lost. Everything the building session is worth every single chord. Copper raga through the afternoon haze. Two instruments that never learn to argue, moving through the long and golden days. Everything they build fishing boats come slowly into shore. Two lanterns burning at the edge of evening, like the same path they have lit before. The road begins its long descending. The kora answers with an open string. What the tide leaves on the sand between them is a gift that neither needs to bring. Feel the wind here, let it reach you. What the sea knows, it will teach you. Salt wind to the dusk and the return. Two shores facing one another kindly. Everything the ocean kept on turning finds its way to those who listen blindly. Salt wind, tide and string and breath together. What the evening carries, let it carry. Moving easy through the changing weather. Nothing here that either needs to bury. She sings above the sound of water pulling. He answers low beneath the chorus ring. What the salt air does to every surface makes it honest, makes it weathering. Between the Saffron and the Djembe heartbeat lives the pulse of everything that wanders. What the dusk reveals before the dark comes is the question every evening ponders. Feel the wind here, let it reach you. What the sea knows, it will teach you. Salt wind through the dusk and the returning. Two shores facing one another kindly. Everything the ocean kept on turning finds its way to those who listen blindly. Salt wind, tide and string and breath together. What the evening carries, let it carry. Moving easy through the changing weather. Nothing here that either needs to bury. What the salt wind strips away, the kora fills again. What the tide takes every day, the evening brings back then. Two coasts, one disappearing light, one drum to hold the beat, and everything between the night is everything complete. Salt wind through the dusk and the returning. Two shores facing one another kindly. Everything the ocean kept on turning finds its way to those who listen blindly. Salt wind, salt and string and water. Every sound the evening brought her. Kora rising, sorrow falling. Two horizons, one voice calling. Indigo cloth laid out on open tables, with the sellers call across the morning heat. Two voices rising over different fabrics, finding the same note on the same street. The centaur rings above the balafon, like two ideas searching for one thought. What the market holds between its open rows is more than anything that can be bought. Open hands here, let it through you. What the crowd knows will renew you. Indigo Market, color deep and living. Every stall a world that needs no border. Everything the morning keeps on giving finds its way into the larger order. Indigo Market, cloth and sound together. Two traditions spread across one surface, moving through the bright and open weather. Every note and color finds its purpose. She folds a length of cloth above the drum beat. He answers from the far end of the road. What the dye has pressed into the fabric is the same thing that the rhythm knows. Between the hammer, dulcimer, and the heartbeat lives the color that the market carries. What the indigo releases slowly is the truth that in the weaving tarries. Open hands here, let it through you. What the crowd knows will renew you. Indigo Market, color deep and living. Every stall a world that needs no border. Everything the morning keeps on giving finds its way into the larger order. Indigo Market, cloth and sound together. Two traditions spread across one surface, moving through the bright and open weather. Every note and color finds its purpose. What the indigo absorbs from soaking, the balafon releases clean. What the fabric holds without it breaking is more than what the eye has seen. Two crafts, one patient act of making, one market, one unbounded sound. And everything the day is taking is already in the ground. Indigo Market, color deep and living. Every stall a world that needs no border. Everything the morning keeps on giving finds its way into the larger order. Indigo Market, open and returning. Two voices in the midday air still burning. Cloth and drum and heat and calling. Everything in place before the falling.
Red soil beneath the feet of those who planted, long before the rains came to agree. Two hands pressing seeds into the same earth, trusting what they cannot yet foresee.
The vina bends its note above the drum line. The talking drum responds with steady grace. What the ground has held for every harvest is the memory of every face. Kneel and listen, press your palm down. What the earth keeps will be found now. Red soil
Under every act of planting,
two traditions rooted in one season.
everything the dry ground kept on granting
Grows beyond the reach of simple reason.
red soil, drum and string and patience.
What the earth receives, it multiplies.
Moving through the oldest of the nations,
Every seed of truth before it rises.
she sings the name of rain above the heartbeat.
He answers with the names of those before.
What the red earth takes into its keeping,
Feeds the generations at the door.
between the vina and the talking drum beat.
Lives the prayer that every farmer carries.
What the soul beneath the heat is holding
Is the same thing that the music marries. Feel and listen, press your palm down. What the earth keeps will be found now.
red soil under every act of planting,
Two traditions rooted in one season.
everything the dry ground kept on granting
Grows beyond the reach of simple reason.
red soil, drum and string and patience.
What the earth receives, it multiplies.
Moving through the oldest of the nations,
Every seed of truth before it rises. What the red soil holds in silence, the vina speaks aloud. What the drought tests into resilience, the drum beat breaks from cloud. Two farmers, one direction. One prayer, one open hand. And everything that finds connection is already in the land.
red soil under every act of planting,
Two traditions rooted in one season.
everything the dry ground kept on granting
Grows beyond the reach of simple reason.
red soil, red and warm and waiting,
Two voices in the late light celebrating.
drum and string and earth.
Below them, every root a path that chose them. Amber fire at the center of the circle, where the elders fold their hands and watch the flame. Two traditions gathered around the burning, neither one arriving quite the same. The Esraj calls a long and bending phrase. Bengoni answers from the other side. What the fire holds between the ones who gather is too wide for anything to hide. Draw together, let it warm you. what the flame knows will not harm you. Amber fire through the ceremonial evening, two circles drawn around the same center. Everything the burning keeps on weaving pulls you deeper as you go and enter. Amber fire, string and smoke together. What the night receives, it holds in keeping. Moving slow beneath the cooling weather. Every spark a secret worth keeping. She calls the names that circle back through ages. He answers with the drum beneath her voice. What the fire does to those who sit around it is remove the noise and leave the choice between the esraj and the gaudy calling. Life's the warmth that everybody carries. What the ember gives before the falling is the same thing that the night still marries. Draw together, let it warm you. Ooh, the flame knows will not harm you. Amber fire through the ceremonial evening, two circles drawn around the same center. Everything the burning keeps on weaving pulls you deeper as you further enter. Amber fire, string and smoke together. What the night receives, it holds in keeping. Moving slow beneath the cooling weather. Every spark a secret worth the keeping. What the ember holds in glowing, then Goni strums to life. What the ceremony keeps on showing cuts cleaner than a knife. Two fires, one open sky above them, one circle, one unbroken ring. And everything the night will bring them is already everything. Amber fire through the ceremonial evening, two circles drawn around the same center. Everything the burning keeps on weaving hold you steady as you further enter. Amber fire, amber turning. Two voices in the night still burning. String and drum and smoke and ember. Every note a thing to remember. Stone river in the hour before the sunrise, where the water moves too slowly to be heard. Two figures standing at the crossing places, neither one has spoken yet a word. The Dilruba draws its bow across the stillness, the kalimba answers note by note. What the river holds beneath its oldest surface is the same thing that the dark devote. Stand and breathe here, let it pass you. What the stone knows will not ask you. Stone river through the hour of the waiting. Two traditions standing at the crossing. Everything the current keeps on stating finds its truth in what the dark is glossing. Stone river, bow and thumb and water. What the deep receives, it keeps in motion, moving slow like every son and daughter. Carry gently toward a distant ocean. She hums the note that holds the dark together. He finds the same note from a different place. What the pre-dawn does to those who gather is remove the name and leave the face. Between the Dilruba and the steady heartbeat lies the hush that every river carries. What the crossing asks of those who meet here is the same thing that the still air marries. Stand and breathe here, let it pass you. What the stone knows will not ask you. Stone river through the hour of the waiting. Two traditions standing at the crossing. Everything the current keeps on stating finds its truth in what the dark is glossing. Stone river, bow and thumb and water. What the deep receives, it keeps in motion, moving slow like every son and daughter. Carry gently toward a distant ocean. What the stone has held through ages, the kalimba sings aloud. What the river slowly pages, the pre-dawn breaks from cloud. Two figures, one dark water, one crossing, one bare hand, and everything that follows after was already in the plan. Stone river through the hour of the waiting. Two traditions standing at the crossing. Everything the current keeps on stating. Hold you steady through the dark and tossing. Stone river, stone and bow and breathing. Two voices at the water, quietly seething. Drum and string and dark between them. Every note a light to lead them. White ash settling over the open courtyard, where the night has finally let the darkness go. Two women stepping out into the first light, moving through the quiet, moving slow. The sarangi begins its high and thin lament. The mbira answers like a memory. What the ash reveals when everything has cooled is the shape of what the night set free. Step out softly, let the light come. What the ash holds has become some. gentle dawning, every note a step beyond the violins. She traces lines in ash across the threshold. She answers with the same line differently. What the dawn does to the ones who witness is return what dark had kept from being free. Between the surrounding and the mirror calling lives the breath that every dawn delivers. What the ash conceals before the falling is the same truth that the new light gives her. Step out softly, let the light come. What the ash holds has become some. White ash over everything that burned here. Two voices rising in the early clearing. Everything the night has left to learn here lives inside the quiet, disappearing. White ash, string and thumb and morning. What the cool receives, it holds in silence, moving through the pave and gentle dawning. Every note a step beyond the violence. What the ash preserves in cooling, the surrounding names aloud. What the dawn is slowly pulling, the mirror breaks from cloud. Two women, one pale threshold, one morning, one clean breath. And everything the night has held cold is warmer now than death. White ash over everything that burned here. Two voices rising in the early clearing. Everything the night has left to learn here holds you gently through the quiet clearing. White ash, pale and soft and turning. Two voices past the point of needing. String and thumb and light returning. Every note a new beginning.
Green rain soaking through the forest canopy, where the leaves hold water till they bend and fall. Two figures walking past that almost overlap, close enough to hear each other call. The rude ravina hums beneath the dripping. The chorus answers with an open phrase. What the forest does to those who enter is dissolve the need for counting days. Walk together, let it soak through. What the green holds will evoke you. Green rain through the deep and breathing forest. Two paths winding toward the same direction. Everything the canopy keeps closest finds its way without the need for correction. Green rain, string and leaf and water. What the deep receives
above the drumbeat falling. She completes it from a step behind. What the rain does between the ones who wander is loosen everything they meant to find. Between the rude ravina and the heartbeat lives the green that every forest carries. What the soil accepts without retreating is the same thing that the long path marries. Walk together, let it soak through. What the green holds will leave a cue. Green rain through the deep and breathing forest.
Two paths winding toward the same direction.
Everything the canopy keeps closest
finds its way without the need for correction.
Green rain, string and leaf and water.
What the deep receives, it keeps on giving.
Moving through like every son and daughter.
Part of everything that keeps on living. What the green absorbs from falling,
the Cora gives back clean.
what the forest keeps on calling
is further than it's been.
two paths, one breathing
Canopy,
one step,
one open hand, and everything still left to see is deeper in the land. Green rain through the deep and breathing forest.
two paths winding toward the same direction.
Everything the canopy keeps closest
Hold you
moving in the same direction. Green rain, green and deep and breathing.
two voices in the forest,
Barely leaving drum and string and leaf between them.
every note a path.
That's yet to leave them. ones who stayed here. Two traditions in the blinding open. Everything the noon has burned away here leaves behind the thing that can't be broken. Bone white sky, string and drum and blazing. What the heat receives, it strips to essence. Moving through the bright and slightly hazing. Every note reduced to pure presence. What the white light strips to nothing, the surcingar rebuilds. What the plateau keeps from budging, the dune slowly fills. Two figures, one bare horizon, one noon, one shadowless land. And everything the sun is rising into fits inside one hand. Bone white sky, bone white sky, bone white sky, bone white sky above the ones who stayed here. Two traditions in the blinding open. Everything the noon has burned away here holds you bare inside the thing unbroken. Bone white sky, bone and heat and blazing. Two voices past the point of all erasing. Drum and string and light between them. Every note a truth that finally frees them. Dark honey dripping from the evening branches, where the insects fill the cooling air with sound. Two figures resting where the thick light gathers before the last of daylight hits the ground. The Surbaha pulls its deep and heavy phrasing. The balafon responds with wooden warmth. What the evening holds inside is sweet and closing, is too full for anything to form. Sit in stillness, let it coat you. What the dusk keeps wielding all too dark honey through the thick and closing evening. Two traditions dipped in the same sweetness. Everything the fading light keeps weaving moves you forward through the mild completeness. Dark honey, wood and string and cooling. What the deep receives, it slowly thickens, moving easy, never overruling. Every note a warmth that quietly quickens. traditions dipped in the same sweetness. Everything, the fading light keeps weaving, moves you forward through the mild completeness. Dark honey, wood and string and cooling. What the deep receives, it slowly thickens, moving easy, never overruling. Every note a warmth that quietly quickens. What the dark honey holds in amber, the balafon rings clear. What the evening makes us wander toward is already here. Two voices, one thick canopy, one dusk, one slow in hand, and everything still left to carry sweetens where we stand. Dark honey through the thick and closing evening. Two traditions dipped in the same sweetness. Everything, the fading light keeps weaving, holds you gently in the mild completeness. Dark honey, dark and warm and slowing. Two voices in the last light barely going. Drum and string and dusk below them. Every note a sweetness that will hold them. Rust in silence in the old abandoned courtyard, where the columns lean but have not fallen yet. Two voices moving through the broken archways, carrying the things they can't forget. The Vici Travina slides across the darkness. The Shakari answers with a steady shake. What the old walls hold inside their long forgetting is too deep for any tool to break. Move through slowly, let it aid you. What the old holds will engage you. Rust in silence through the late and hollow evening. Two traditions in the crumbling standing. Everything the old walls keep on leaving finds its way to those still understanding. Rust in silence, slide and shake together. What the deep perceives, it holds in layers, moving through the cool and heavy weather. Every note a word among the prayers. She sings the cracks between the ancient columns. He answers from the shadow of the door. What the rust does to the ones who linger is remind them what the iron was before. Between the Vici Travina and the heartbeat lives the hush that only age can carry. What the broken holds without completely falling is the same thing that the long nights marry. Move through slowly, let it aid you. What the old holds will engage you. has pressed to surface. The shaker shakes free. What the silence gives a purpose is more than eyes can see. Two voices, one old structure, one night, one patient hand, and everything still left to rupture was always in the plan. Silver dusk across the cooling desert, where the last of daylight pulls itself away. Two figures walking parallel at distance, neither one has more or less to say. The cicada draws its bow across the fading. The deuce and goni answer string by string. What the desert holds inside its final hour is the quietest and the deepest thing. Keep on walking, let it fade now. What the dark brings will persuade now. Silver dusk above the one still moving. Two traditions walking into nightfall. Everything the fading keeps on proving lives inside the space before the last call. Silver dust bow and stringing cooling. What the deep receives, it keeps on turning, moving through without the need for ruling. Every note a lantern softly burning. She finds a note above the cooling silence. He answers from a place the dark has made. What the silver does to those who face it is transform the walking into weight. Between the cicada and the steady heartbeat lies the space that only dusk can offer. What the last light gives before it leaves you makes you lighter, makes the going softer. Keep on walking, let it fade now. What the dark brings will persuade now. Silver dusk above the one still moving. Two traditions walking into nightfall. Everything the fading keeps on proving lives inside the space before the last call. Silver dust bow and string and cooling. What the deep receives, it keeps on turning, moving through without the need for ruling. Every note a lantern softly burning. What the silver holds in fading, the deuce and goni strings release. the desert keeps on trading. Is everything in peace? Two figures, one long shadow, one sky, one open hand, and everything beyond the meadow was always as it's planned. Silver dusk above the one still moving. Traditions walking into nightfall. Everything the fading keeps on proving. Carries you beyond the final last call. Silver dusk, silver soft and glowing. Two voices past the point of all and the knowing. String and drum and dark between them. Every note a path that always leads them. Deep return to where the journey started. Before the names, before the past were known. Two voices moving through the open midnight, finding their way back to something home. The Rudravina hums below the heartbeat. The Kora answers with an ancient phrase. What the dark holds at the end of traveling is the same thing that began the days. Come back slowly, let it hold you. What the deep knows has been told you. Deep return across the full and open midnight. Two traditions landing in one stillness. Everything the long road kept on showing leads you back to your original fullness. Deep return, string and drum and breathing. What the deep receives, it keeps forever. Moving through without the need for leaving. Every note a coming back together. She sings the first note that the night remembers. He finds the same note somewhere in his chest. What the full dark does to those who reach it is convince them they have passed the test. Between the Rudravina and the heartbeat lives the truth that only depth can carry. What the midnight gives to those who cross it is the same place that they meant to tarry. Come back slowly, let it hold you. they always needed. Open ground beneath the full and quiet midnight, where the last of traveling has come to rest. Two figures standing where the past dissolved now. Neither east nor west, neither east nor west. The bend draws long and low across the darkness. The bolon answers from the other side. What the open holds at the end of moving is too wide for anything to hide. Stop and breathe here. Let it find you. What the ground knows will remind you. Open ground beneath the ones who stopped here. Two traditions standing in one silence. Everything the long road finally taught here. Lives beyond the need for any guidance. Open ground, string and drum and stillness. What the deep receives, it holds completely. Moving into absolute and fullness. Every note arriving home completely. She lets the last note fall without completing. He holds the space that follows after sound. What the open does to those who reach it is release them to the open ground. Between the bean and the final heartbeat lies the space where every journey empties. What the midnight gives to those who stop here is the fullness that the long road tempts with. Stop and breathe here. Let it find you. What the ground knows will remind you. Open ground beneath the ones who stopped here. Two traditions standing in one silence. Everything the long road finally taught here. Lives beyond the need for any guidance. Open ground, string and drum and stillness. What the deep receives, it holds completely. Moving into absolute and fullness. Every note arriving home completely. What the open ground receives now, the bolon names in full. What the final dark believes now, the bin draws to a lull. Two voices, one vast landing, one night, one open sky, and every